All right, thank you for staying with us. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Time check is 8:45 a.m. It's time for Mainland Focus, and this is the part where you get to be a part of the conversation. And we have our focal point here. The first, of course, is as regards the cost of governance, and the second is regional development commissions. That's what we're going to be looking at for our focal point this morning. I'll just get straight into it. We don't have the luxury of time today, so we'll try to, wrap things up as fast as possible. Okay, so the first focal point is governance costs. The major headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper, on the front page of Vanguard newspaper rather, governance cost. TINUBU orders cuts in ministers, convoys and aids. And we have riders here that says orders military, paramilitary agencies to reduce vehicles and personnel deployment. How Nigerians' feedback shaped Tinubu's cabinet reshuffle, says presidency. Ministers assessed based on performance. Matawalle retained because allegations linking him to banditry untrue. Y:Gbaja, Olubunmi Ojo, and others were retained. Retaining Keyamo reflects Tinubu's commitment to aviation growth as Tinubu seeks Senate's confirmation of ministerial nominees. But of course, the focus here is as regards the cost of governance. What do you think about this new presidential directive? There's a lot, that has been cut off, from personal deployment to number of vehicles, to security operatives. So what we have here now is no additional vehicles will be assigned to them for movement. That's one of the directives as regards, reduction in cost of governance. We also have here for foreign trips, the directive has also said that entourage on foreign trips will be reduced from 50 to 20. For local trips, it has been reduced to 25. All right. And security team will comprise of only 4 police officers and 1 DSS officer. No additional security personnel will be assigned. And instruction have been given to the NSA, to the military, the paramilitary and security agencies to determine, a similar reduction in their vehicle as well. Okay. So this cost-cutting measures, all right, that has been announced by the president. What do you think? And do you think it will help with cutting down the cost of governance? Let's have a conversation as regards that. Even though we now have, even more ministers, but let's look past that and see what we can do with this directive from the president as regards, the cost of governance. The second focal point is taken from the Punch newspaper, and that's as regards the fact that the Senate has approved a 15% funding from the states for Regional Development Commission. What do you think about this move of the Senate for funding of the Development Commission? How effective do you think these commissions will be for the development of the regions? And also, what do you think the governors are going to sit back and actually, stomach this one? Because there's already, expectation of legal challenges from state governments, as no state would willingly allow its allocation to be reduced, because this 15% will be taken from state allocations to, and then, so depending on how many, states you have in a particular region, that's what would, constitute what that region would have access to. All right, so that's another thing to also put into consideration there. Okay, so let's have a conversation as regards that. Do you think that with this we'll see any form of development in the regions? Also, all the geopolitical zones, southwest, southeast, south-south, northeast, north central, northwest, all now have development commission. They now even also have a ministry as well to oversee them and to ensure that they do what is expected of them. So is there any expectation that you have? Do you think it will be effective as regards development of the regions? Let's not forget that we have had regional development, commissions in times past, and it doesn't really, I don't think anybody can quickly forget Ponde and off your mic. All right. So what do you think about this move of the Senate for funding of the Development Commission, taking from the states, all right, to fund the regional development, where you have subnationals, you have the governors, you have local government chairmen who they also have their own roles to play? So what exactly should we expect from the Regional Development Commissions. So I'll start with Fuad. Let's get Fuad's thoughts, and then we go to the phone line or the messages on our alternate channels. Fuad.
All right. Thank you, Sandra. I'll make it very fast. Again, on cutting down the cost of governance, the answer report gives us a very good guide. So whatever we have done, or what the presidency is doing now, is just paperwork cracks, really. We are really just catching the surface. We already have a committee that the president put together to look at how to implement the Msoɪᴟ report. So this piecemeal approach, for me, is not going to work. The commitment should be about the full implementation of the Msoɪᴟ report. And if we are not going to do that, then I assume that, look, we only pay lip service to the idea of cutting down the cost of governance. It's supposed to be a comprehensive approach, a holistic approach, something more methodical that comes with great intentions and commitment to doing the right thing. So it's not going to work, really, but we'll wait to see how it goes. Like I said, if they are saying they're not going to add new vehicles, are they going to withdraw the old vehicles that have already been attached to them? But these are issues that we'll continue to talk about. I will see how it goes with this government. And then on the Regional Development Commission, I'm not excited about anything. I'm not even bothered with their creation, because it's probably going to be same of the old same, unless we have a different attitude, a new approach to it. Like I said earlier in the morning, if we have governors, we have state addition again, because whether you like it or not, the states are the component unit of a region. And the governors are already working hard again at creating more jobs for the boys, the political jobbers around. Very easy platforms to satisfy political patrons who have worked for the parties, who have worked for politicians, who need these jobs, not just for personal gratifications and self-interest. But at the end of the day, it has been done. I'll wait to see. We'll also wait to see how the ministry will now effectively work to coordinate these development commissions, and we'll now see whether there's going to be any meaningful development in the regions. I think when it comes to structure of government, we're still not committed to doing the right thing, because of the fact that, look, we think more of all the political considerations that comes with our actions than real commitment to nation building. But at the end of the day, Sandra, only time will tell. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Said Fuad. I appreciate your submission this morning. So the phone line is officially open. What says you? Do you agree with Fuad, or do you have opposing thoughts? 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call to join the conversation. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. And for WhatsApp messages, it's 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. That's the number to send your WhatsApp messages to. And we take messages on Facebook and YouTube as well, so you can drop your messages on both platforms. The handle, rather, to look out for is Mainland 98.3 FM on both Facebook and YouTube. So you can drop your submissions and we'll read them as the show progresses. So for those who will be calling in, please, you have just 2 minutes. Stick within the 2 minutes time frame. Would really appreciate that, so we can respect the time of others, so we can get as many submissions as possible. Don't forget the focal points as regards the cost of governance, cutting cost of governance, or cost-cutting measures of the president to his ministers, and also the Regional Development Commission, funding for the Regional Development Commission, 15% from the states to fund their development commission. Let's have a conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from K2.
Samuel.
Samuel.
Okay.
Concerning Development Commission.
Okay.
It's just a waste of resources. It's also an hypocrisy at the highest order. It's a duplication of job. We have state government, we have director general, and we have local government chairman. What will be left for this development they are aiming at? After they must have removed operative costs for all the ministries, all local government chairmen, for all governors, commissioners, what will be left for development is an hypocrisy. It's an attempt to create job for boys like concerning the other issue, it's also a hypocrisy of the highest order. You said we are cutting costs. You move from 48 ministers to 50 ministers. What kind of cost are you cutting? And then again, the idea that only 2 phase 2 vehicle will be allowed. All the provincial orders that have been issued so far, how many of them have been implemented? They are just meant to make headlines to defeat people. It's an hypocrisy of the highest order. Mr. TINUBU has nothing to offer. They are just here to grab whatever that is available and share it among themselves. Unless God intervene, the Nigerians we have entered one chance. And this is serious captivity along with the power. Thank you, good morning once again.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. I appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Sandra.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good morning. And Peter Omonso is my name from Solomon. And good morning to Fred, wherever you are.
You're welcome.
Yeah, see, my sister, I don't want to repeat all over again what Father said on this last caller. Why do you have state government? You have local government? You have, okay, like Lagos, when I came on PW, the Public Works Department, all these people can carry out any developmental project in any state. So why again we are reporting something different and call it another name? So, Sandra, I don't like what people is doing. When we were fighting for democracy, it was not this type of democracy. But when people say this thing is not working, we don't want it. And we don't listen to people and take advice from people that voted for you as you claim. I mean, the Nigerians have told you that all these things are not necessary. You look at it technically and holistically, you will find out that there is no need for this new creation. Let me go to cutting costs. Now, I don't know why Tinubu has not included them like other presidents of other African countries that say no medical trip abroad. There is one that came up and recalled some of their people that were already abroad for engagement that they should return home. I Tinubu inserted that. I think he should have told us from today, no medical trip abroad. Every hospital in Nigeria must be upgraded to treat ministers, to treat presidents, and their vices. All that should happen. And presidential day to be only 1 or 2. And then if your job is not functioning, hire aircraft from APs or any other company. I'm not advertising, I'm sorry about that. So the point to remember that Tinubu is not serious. He's just playing with us, he's just joking with us.
Thank you.
Because they deceived us and told us military is bad. And cajoled us to vote for them when Abiola presented democracy as it be. And we went for Abiola. And unfortunately, that is the good man of God died.
Thank you.
And he takes over today and punish Nigeria and
Thank you, Mr. Peter.
have a nice weekend. Don't miss so far.
It's okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Well, they would argue with you and say, oh, we listen to the people and that's why we had to let some ministers go and bring some ministers on board. That's the reason for the cabinet reshuffle. Say, oh, we listen to the people. People are complaining as regards competency or performance, delivery of certain ministers, and that's why they had to be let go. So they would argue that, oh, no, I mean, they actually do listen to the people. Just playing devil's advocate here anyways. Hello, good morning. Oh no. Yes, good morning. You're welcome.
I reach you about all the government large. The only thing that will bring effective development is to go back to not 1966. The government has been what I call ⴰⴰpolicy and the
I can barely hear you. Hello? Okay. Maybe you should call us back. We'll take your call if you call back. Thank you very much. Can barely put 2 words together from what you're saying. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Morning.
And good morning to wherever he is. So, my take on the cost of governance, my name is Mr. JᴏɪR.
All right.
So, my take on this cost of governance based on the cabinet reshuffle is that these people, believe me, they are not here for governance. They are just here to make a name that I had been the president of this country. Okay, look at when Nigeria went for this UAE summit. You know the number of Nigerians that went there. It's almost exceed the number of the entire Europe. Now tell me what they learned from it. It's just about anybody that is loyal, my favorite singers, join me. So I just people believe in them because the hypocrisy has been there right from onset. So that is why I say if you are believing and looking forward that these people will deliver. Okay, now they say if someone fact through the fact you will know how the excreta will be. Now if this people meant well, you will know from onset. Nobody will get any suggestion that they should pursue SUV of 150. Just renovate a house with 21 billion. Or you consider Hajj 90 billion with the Hajj that doesn't bring any productivity. Or you just buy flight and all of that and nobody will be knowing with it. If you want to actually learn how to cut governance, once you make a research how people will be governor Anambra, this is not about advertising, it's about reality. If you trace and go through how all his lodging, all his traveling, every other thing, you discover this is the movement is practically a own governance, around him, doing his governorship stay in Anambra State. That is how to know who actually meant it. So Nigeria, this is where we find ourselves. It's not that they know how to get us. They will come and pick one line and we just go back home, celebrating them. They know how to get us. That's why they keep doing it.
Thank you.
Keep doing it. And we keep hearing some people come out and speak to defend them. Thank you very much.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. James from Agbado Junction. I appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning. Yes. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. You see, the cost control, cost reduction in government is about the president. But when some people will become, to use an example of someone govern Anambra State, a person that they say a govern Anambra State and reduce the cost of the living, cost of the government in the Anambra State without the tangible infrastructure in the whole Anambra, and it become the capital of corruption in the whole Nigeria. And that person is not conducting a local government election, is with a democratic governor, and using the case file and take the local government funds to benefit, to investing for his future to get the money. Things that the criminal people, when they come online to come and make analysis. So in the other area, if you are talking about the infrastructure, if you are talking about the cost reduction, they are already reducing it already. And the time goes on into progression, government progression and process. The time we come next time, it may be all the government agencies may not travel outside the country, and them will also study in Nigeria. So that is the benefit of all of us. You cannot do it all, but the time goes on, it will reduce one after the other. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution, Mr. Laiwola. Okay, let's take a break from the calls now, and we'll just take a few messages that we have here on WhatsApp. All right, it's still Mainland 98.3 FM, and you're on to Mainland Focus. Time check is 4 minutes past 9, and we have here Awolo Christopher from Szoghwe is saying at least President Tinubu has done well in trying to reduce the cost of governance with the announcement. He should do more, implement Mʃɪɪ report, most importantly by tackling corruption. Development Commission should not have been in the first instance if we have good government. It's another duplication. So we ask for more, especially transparent leadership. And that's Awolo Christopher sharing his own. I also have here Wale Oguntokun from GRA Ikeja. Good morning to you in the studio. Honestly, Nigeria is just running around in circles on this issue of Ministry of Regional Development and Regional Development Commissions. What we need to do is to restructure Nigeria into about 10 regions with full resource control. When this is done, each region will develop at its own pace, as simple as ABC. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. And you as well. Thank you. We also have here Adeyemi Kamoru from Satellite Town. The sacking of former Minister of Women Affairs is praiseworthy. This is okay. It's all right. Thank you very much. And that is Adeyemi Kamoru. We also have here Dolakbo from Ikpaja. Mr. Fuad, it's quite unfortunate that there is no iota of sincerity and seriousness in governance in this country. What are we doing with 50 ministers, loads of senior and junior advisors? Tell me, Tell me what this is, Sandra, if not indeed job for the boys and political allies, according to Fuad. This is not governance but drama. For heaven's sake, when is all this unseriousness in governance going to stop? In spite of this array of ministers and advisors, nothing seems to be working. Let someone tell me which minister of parastatal is working and has anything to write home about. No one. We have some ministry. We have a few ministers. I mean, let's cut them some slack. We have a few ministers that have been active, Ashake active, actually. All right, our vice president is too big to charter a plane to attend an important function that will be beneficial to the country. How unserious can this be? Where is the commitment to duty in all of these? This is not fair. We deserve more than this. It's okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate your contribution. Still on WhatsApp, we also have here, good morning, Noah from Igondo. The cost reduction posture of the government is cosmetics and a mere academic narrative. The ministry has the ministries been prone down since inception? Have they been able to fight corruption and financial leakages? It is easy to deceive, but a huge task to convince the people. Trust deficit is there for them to tackle, as there's no indices to affirm their statements in a positive stride. Thank you very much, Noah from Igondo. Appreciate your contribution. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. But concerning cabinet reshuffle, President has added insult to injury by creating 5 additional ministries. Nigerians were actually expecting the president to sack 2 ministers, one of whom is Jᴏɪṛ Minister of the FCT. He has been a thorn in the flesh of many Nigerians. His proud disposition making him look like a god has been most disturbing. The second is the Minister of Information. Till today, I can't remember the full name of the information. That's Idris Ahmed. Mohammed Idris. Yes. Yeah, he has been up and doing. Oh, yeah, he has been up and doing. He has been the most docile. Oh, no, that's not true. Oh, no, that's not true. Minister of Information? He has actually been everywhere. He had that. Andrew from Ayobo, thank you very much for your contribution, but that's just a quick one as regards the Minister of Information. He has actually been up and doing as against some other people. Trust me, if we have to dig deep into certain ministries, you'll be surprised, you'll be shocked. Who is the Minister of Agriculture, for example? I'm asking Andrew, but Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Information, National Orientation of Nigeria, has actually been up and doing. If we are going to, let's also cut him some slack. And that's all we can take from WhatsApp. Let's go to Facebook. We have a few messages here on Facebook as well. John Bernard Ohi is saying good morning. On the issue of cutting costs of governance, the president is not doing the right thing. I expect the scrapping of Ministry of Police Affairs, since we have a Police Service Commission. That should be under the Interior Ministry. As for the new Ministry of Regional Development, is another waste of resources when we have state governors. And that's John Bernard Ohi sharing that one on Facebook. I also have Owen Nat is saying, in as much as one would say that the presidential directive is a step in the right direction, how many presidential directives has actually suffered implementation fever? This is just a statement like every other statement from the presidency. No public office holder will adhere to this. That's where we talk about trust deficits. All right. Patrick Obiazo on Facebook. Since there's a ministry for women affairs, why not create a corresponding ministry for men affairs? Why are the men marginalized in Nigeria? Also, since there's a ministry for police affairs, I think it would be fair to also create a ministry for NSCDC affairs. Okay, I see the sarcasm there. If WIKE is committed to building and distributing residential accommodations to Nigerian judges, what is the function of the National Judicial Council that is headed by the CJN, which is constitutionally set up to handle issues pertaining to the judiciary, an independent arm of government with its own budget? This is an affront and erosion of the independence and integrity of the judiciary by a supposed life bench of the bar with a wife who is also a judge. Okay. Patrick Obiazo, that's his own concern. I also have here Chris Ewalen. The cabinet reshuffle and appointment of additional ministers is nothing but effort in futility. The president is not addressing the main issue of hunger, pain, and the monumental corruption in the oil sector, the cabals that have taken over the petroleum industry, his refusal to fix the 4 refineries, and the huge cost of governance, the soaring cost of food for stuff, and general cost of living that is prevalent in the country. Until the president addresses these issues, the hardship in the country will not abate. It is high time he stops this governance and deliver on his campaign promises. We'll take a break from messages. We'll be back to the phone line 0913 60410. That is the number to call. It's 10 minutes past 9. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Princess. My name is Madam Sabao.
You're welcome.
I'm calling from Alagbado. See, let me tell you, Madam. You see, this issue of development commission, whatever, it's just shenanigans, you know. Until there is nothing there that other to just chop money. Okay, tell me, the one of Niger Delta Development Commission, for example. Did you watch documentary on Niger Delta? You know, there is nothing you see there. I watched a certain documentary where a hospital was abandoned, a project of Niger Delta, Minister of Niger Delta. That project is snakes that are there. The entire community. So nothing will come out of that. Just is a preparation for other guys to come in to join the crew, you know, chop in the government. That's all. My region, we have one. Recently we have flood in Maiduguri. You can't see an impact of that particular commission. So to remove 15% or rather 50 or 15% about from that particular commission, what is another return? Because definitely the governments will collect their own district. They are collecting their returns there. You can't dictate to them. And even they go to court, they can't win. Because this is not the government enforcement that government will go to court and get judgment in favor. Tell me what? Nothing. You understand? And for the court of course, this is a high for hypocrisy. Princess, when Buhari took over in 2015, a proposal of 400 million was brought to him to change his own listing with a fleet to buy cars for him. He said no. What happens when the Jonathan moved? That was one he used throughout the 8 years of government. You know? And this man came and he bought a cloth of about 1 billion naira, an aircraft to Airbus of about almost 200 billion, you know? And now, let me tell you for free. I just heard you say that the vice president, the aircraft will fall to whatever, Chetat or whatever. That is how TINUBU started. He traveled out of this country just to try this relevance of buying an jet for himself. He said that the jet is faulty. And the same jet that the president and the vice president is using. So he bought his own. The vice president also will buy his own.
All right. Thank you very much, Malam Salah, for sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it. 0913 60410. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. It's your voice that is low, Prince Wise. I can barely hear you.
Okay, I'm talking louder now. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better. Thank you.
Yes. No ministry. Oh, I can report of roughly what this was that because yes, I'm a supporter of it. But the more you want to talk, and when you talk of religion, you say, yes, there is of internet development to be the leading. I think I've been a lot of development. We don't want to talk. When we talk on Niger data, we are talking about. So this workers, we don't care. All these people are not working out here to monitor jails. Anyone I try to work. When you talk about ministers, so now now, who's in charge now? They should start about work. And it's a continuity. Anyone has done work, let him go. For example, get measure, we know this information always do things. At the end of the day, because it's coming little by little. I think today they say we have a $40 billion every time. We can use all the money and make it now to develop the country. We need to first change electricity in this country. And our road was more favorable. At the end of the day, we need mechanized farming. We must feed ourselves. But I'm saying all this every day because we know we can do it. The rice that comes from Thailand doesn't go for help. The woman that go to the land to go all this we are talking about. The plan will work and it was work. Maybe we work, all of us will go out together to make the plan work. Talk of corruption today. How many people can be secret at it? corrupt. Go to Sufiya, go to Africa, go to majority of things. But go to corruption, everything. Okay.
Hello?
I'm okay.
Oh, no. Hello? Okay. Thank you very much, Prince Wise. I think that's a wrap for him at that point. Now, well, we have quite a few messages here. I have here, hello, Mainland FM. Okay. That's not for us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Sokangolina.
I can hear you. You're welcome.
Yes, I believe that why we are there is to inform us and educate us too. So if somebody comes and talks about mechanizing farming, you have to tell them that there's nothing like that. All I know when I went to school is mechanized farming. So if he's making this mistake every day, you have to correct him. Because the thing is irritating in somebody's head.
He is encouraging mechanized farming. Not
mechanized farming. Tell him that that's how to say it. Not mechanizing farming every day. There's nothing like that.
It's okay.
And we are there to help him.
It's okay. Mr. Kangolina, it's okay. Noted. Thank you.
All right. So, to me, this cost saving we are talking about, I think the two topics are linked together. We are now having all those regions. I think they will buy cars for those regional districts.
Oh.
They'll buy cars, they'll have offices, they'll have personnel.
They have it.
And we are coming back to say we are cutting costs. What costs are we cutting? But by the time we have all those regions in the northeast, in the north, southwest, and all those things, there will be offices there now. Like the one the minister will be running here, and you'll be running all over the place. Right? And you still come back and say you buy cars, buy everything, and you will find all those regional offices. You still come back again and say you are cutting costs. You are reducing 3 cars to 1 car, or 10 cars to 3 cars. Now you are not dealing with the actual problem of hunger. What are you going to do to reduce hunger? People are buying rice 100 or something. What are you going to do so that rice will come down? What are you going to do so that fuel that you took to 1,000 something? What will you do to bring this fuel down? Nobody is talking about. You just come and tell me that your vehicles will now become 3 instead of 10, and you want me to clap out for you? Sandra,
I'm with you.
people is trying. Bye bye.
All right. I think I've corrected this before, and I'll say it again. And I think people intentionally just wait till they're about to, end their submission before they actually make that statement. I don't know who T-Pain is. T-Pain is a musician. The last time I checked, he sang quite really beautiful songs, in the early 2000s. And so I don't know how he comes into, current affairs conversation. I really don't get it. So please, let's try to respect ourselves so that we can respect ourselves. I will just leave it at that. Thank you very much. I appreciate. 0913-600410. That is the number to call to share your submission this morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Sandra.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All
right.
Yes, on the issue of cutting costs, you remember when this government started the administration, Nigeria continued to shout, look, the problem of Nigeria is not caused by ordinary people. It's caused by our leader. So, but now, it is the ordinary people that is suffering it. You asked us to tighten our belt, and you did not tighten your own belt. So what is wrong? Are we the cause of the calamity of the economy? The answer is no. But now the president is not coming up now to do a kind of structural adjustment. Look, to me, I'm surprised because the kind of step our president is doing. I was thinking that the ability he used in Lagos State is what he's going to use in the federal capital. Because I don't see, when you say you remove 5 ministers, you now put 7. So what analogy is that? So what does that translate? Are you cutting costs or you are even aggravating the cost? I don't understand. So, you see, and let me tell you, Sandra, I want to even ask a question.
Okay.
They said our GDP is rising. But, you see, what we are seeing is our naira is falling. What analogy, what benefit do we derive in that?
You see, our president is not addressing the main issue of this country. It's just unfortunate. We have to say the fact to ourselves. Nigeria voted for him to solve our problem. We know we have a problem in our economy. We met it there. But we want him to take it in the rightful direction. But he's not taking it. You see, we have the core issue. The refinery is there. The security issue is there. It's not addressing. He has never wanted to talk about refinery. From good refinery for that matter. Sandra, let me just stop. Have a nice day.
And you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate Alhaji Suber. We have 4 refineries. I don't know if we have 4 good refineries, but yes, we have 4 refineries. Just leave it at that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Hi, you're welcome.
This is Git from Lukman. You want to laugh this morning. Please, this is before I start, this is Barrister Koboko. He needs a new phone, or maybe where he calls from.
Comrade Koboko. Why you the one that called him to bar? Comrade Koboko.
Okay, Comrade Koboko, yes. He seems he needs a new phone. Okay. Whenever he calls him, very noisy. So I don't know. And even though I'm talking to you, my phone practically got spoiled 2 days ago, and I'm bleeding at the moment. Because if you check the cost of phones, it's so crazy, and that is due to the economic situation of the country at the moment. And when you look at, we seem to be dancing around circles. Like, Sandra, I will not lie to you. They don't also, the government in power do not treat us. They seem to look at Nigerians as people that are not intelligent enough. You are saying you want to streamline. You reduce 5, you add 6. Which kind of mathematics be that one? And then you are saying that militants would not be allowed to the amount of vehicles that they should use. When you go to tell them the amount of vehicles to use, you know that some political office holders in Nigeria, they don't move alone. They move alone. They move with their loyalists, blah blah blah.
Entourage.
You know, if they tell them that one, if you want to streamline cost of governance, drop your escalate and go and buy a Corolla vehicle and be using it. Nobody wants to kill the president. I don't think anybody wants to kill the president. I don't want to kill president. So if you want to cut costs, start from yourself. You want to cut costs, your VP cannot use a chartered flight, even if you want to be business class. And you still want to cut costs. We're just dancing around the circles. So it's so annoying. And people just come around. You can't be saying the same thing over and over again. Saying we should. I know everybody entitled to their own opinion. You can't be saying mechanized family.
So
and no, you're in an urban city. Are you saying I should turn my landlord's house to a farm? It's possible now. Can I go to my village and go and farm now? Do I have the infrastructure in my village? Do I have roads? Do I have security? So let's be sincere with ourselves.
Thank you, Gift.
Have a great day, my sister.
And you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate your submission. We should leave mechanized farming. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Ralph calling from Salt Lake Town.
Ralph calling from Salt Lake Town.
Yes. Honestly, the issue of President cutting down the cost of governance is so unfair, honestly speaking. Let's see now, for instance, do we know how much they're earning? These people are earning already. We don't know how much they're earning, so when you call them, how do we know as well? That's number one. Number two, you bought Jeep for people, bought Jeep for CLB for networks, and then ask them to use their cars. When you're already putting the property, it doesn't mean they want to have 10 cars. They will pack 8 in the house and they use 2. How does that affect the economy? They're just beating around the bush. I don't know. They're just using our brain. We should do beyond and see what is going on. Because ask them to cut down their expenses by driving only 2 cars, and they have many cars in the house. Even the ones they give them. So what they say, how is going to affect the economy to grow? Good morning, God bless.
And you as well. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right, let's see if we can wrap things up with a few messages. Here at this point now. Time check is 9:24 a.m. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. It's Mainland Focus, and the focal point is deduction from state allocation to fund regional development commissions. Those are the focal points this morning. I have you on Facebook, Onotoye Temitope Michael. Hello, Milan FM. As much as the move by the president to cut down cost on foreign trips and the number of vehicles, security personnel would have been, what Nigerians are expecting to see is to implement the full Orosany's report. On the scrapping off of regional, I did not scrap it too. No, it was not scrapped. Okay, I think you got that wrong. It was not scrapped. Actually, they now have a ministry. So there's Ministry of Regional Commission, and where we now have all the development commissions would now be overseen, or they'll be oversee the regional development commissions. All right, so that's what we have now. Christopher Effiong on Facebook is saying Senate approving funding for regional development. This is not the solution to Nigeria's problems. Where is this money going to come from? At the end, we are going back to borrow. Let the president think on how to give Nigerians a functional refinery. Even if it's one, it will be okay. TINUBU should know that Nigeria is bigger than one individual. And that, God bless my country. And that is Christopher Effiong sharing that one. I also have here James Nkwachi Ogbonna. I greet you basically. How are you doing? I've missed Wednesday and Thursday because I went to work in one popular online shopping store because they're approaching Black Friday. You need to see the population of people coming to get a job just to feed. Many of them don't even have a house. They're looking for where to squat for the duration of the job. There's cutting down cost of governance. How will it transform to available and decent jobs for the teeming youths? The cabinet reshuffling was an afterthought, looking at those that were sacked. If we go by KPI, then the president would have removed himself as petroleum minister. Have you seen Wike's convoy? It's more than that of the president. He has outriders from Port Harcourt. The president, I dare say, won't be able to challenge Wike if he fails to adhere to the president's directive. The Ministry of Regional Development is unnecessary. And that's James Ogbonna from Oshodi sharing that one on Facebook. I also have here Olalekon Isaac. Did I hear minimum of 3 cars? No, now that's what they're supposed to use. We need to be serious with governance in Nigeria. Some people are enjoying largesse and citizens are hungry. The citizens must wake up. The price of democracy is eternal vigilance. Good morning. And that's Olalekon Isaac. And those are the messages on Facebook. I will also have quite a few here on WhatsApp. I have here, good morning. My name is Pastor Ibrahim. This present government has nothing for us. This is how their drama will continue. Baba promised that fuel will come down. Nothing. They now introduce CNG. Let us pray that the Lord will deliver us. Okay. I also have here Akwagun Adiyon. It's saying for cost reduction, tell the federal government to convert all government vehicles to CNG and federal government budget for transportation with reduction by about 60%. That's Akwagun Adiyon sharing his own thoughts. There I also have here cabinet reshuffle. On one hand, increase VAT to 15% according to finance minister is nothing but political. The more you look, the less you see. And that's Elder Godwin Ememchukwu from Ogun State sharing that one as well. We also have that's all that we have for now as regards messages. I think we can still squeeze in one more phone call. Hello, good morning.
And it's very good for me. Engineer from Yapa.
Yeah, welcome. You have just 1 minute.
Yes, it's 1 minute. We're cutting the cost. If we want to cut the cost, it's unconstitutional to have first lady's office, who is looming large, who spend heavily in hundreds of millions of naira all over the place, organizing programs. Without cutting cost, 3.something billion for tax for the National Assembly, cutting cost. So, you're increasing the people's VAT from 10% to 15%. It cannot help Nigeria. It's not cutting any cost. It will issue. But the car should not be more than 3 when it's going out, and that was any president and vice president, and all the National Assembly members, and the governors too. It's not cutting any cost. The less the more you lose, the less you see is what we are experiencing, and we cannot continue like this. Regional regional ministry is welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Engineer Nia. I already told you have just 1 minute. I apologize. We have run out of time. But thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much for sharing it. All right, that's a wrap for today. Thank you very much to everyone who was a part of the conversation. And if we're not able to take your calls, we sincerely apologize. But of course, the conversation continues by 4 p.m. The Situation Room will be live, and on Sunday by 6 p.m. Political Roundtable will be live. But we have other programs lined up for your listening pleasure right here on Mainland FM. Coming up next is Argue Half Hour, and then after that we have Health Plus with Sage Papalola. Please stay tuned.